All right, if you want to be focused and productive and stop being distracted, watch this video and just pick one of the tips I'm going to talk about. To say I have felt distracted over the past few weeks would be a major, major understatement. I am a political science major, and just watching everything that's been happening in America, I want to know everything that's going on. I have my clients who have needed a lot of help. I am creating a bunch of content. I have my kids that are starting to get a little bit bored, and honestly, just having a really hard time concentrating. And so I went to my Amazon wish list, where I have just a bunch of books that I keep there for when I have a specific need. And I grabbed the book literally called Indistractable. And I knew that as an entrepreneur and as a coach to really, really awesome network marketers, I really don't have the luxury of being distracted. The road I was going on would have been very dangerous for my business. And I knew what to do, but I was just kind of all over the place. And I know that you know what to do too. I know you need to talk to people, contact people, create engaging social media content, invite people who are potentials for product or business, etc. But the distraction feels like a lot. And today I'm going to share with you the best ways to become indistractable according to this book. And it has nothing to do with willpower. It's not about me saying to myself, Tasha, you're a big loser, get distracted, or shaming myself for being hard on myself. It's just about understanding how our mind works, how to make things a little bit easier. I think that the market right now and being in business, there are enough challenges. We don't need to add more to it. And so what I hope today is just give you some encouragement, that you can actually, you don't have to be distracted as much. You can take a little bit of control and you'll be in good shape. So one thing that's really important to know is that in order to be distracted, you have to be tracted. No, that's not the right word. You need traction in order to have distraction. And the way I understood traction was like creating momentum towards something. So we need to be creating momentum towards something before we can actually get distracted from the something that we're doing. And to me, that was kind of a mind-blowing moment, because if I didn't actually start with any place I was trying to go, I couldn't get derailed from that path. And so I had personally just a bunch of like open space I could do with whatever I want. And I found myself doing things I didn't really want to be doing. And that was a lot of the problem. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these. I have 12 tips here for you from the book, called Indistractable. If you guys want to grab it, go for it. And I'm also going to share with you what we do with our clients, to really help them along with accountability around becoming indistractable, and something we've done for about a year now. And I think that it could be something that would work really, really well for you. Okay, so number one, we need to get clear on a life we envision and what we want to do our time before we can even recognize if something is distracted. So let's get clear on a life we envision first. Number two, being indistractable means striving to do what you say you will do. This starts with actually saying what you'll do. This starts with actually making commitments. If you are commitment phobic, it is going to be really hard to be indistractable. And I don't love commitment either. I remember when I was having premarital counseling with Charlie, and our pastor was a family friend of Charlie's. And so we actually did this in my condo on the couch. And I remember literally you would ask questions. I would hide under the blanket because I don't love commitment so much. But that doesn't mean I can get through my life without making commitments. And so being indistractable means starting by making commitments and actually thinking about and deciding, what am I going to do? Number three, I realize that I really want to be someone who isn't distracted from the important work I'm doing, time I spend with friends and family, or the things I do for my own self-fulfillment. I didn't realize before how much I wanted that until this point came where I was so distracted I couldn't do it anymore. And that was really clarifying for me. Number four, technology isn't the problem. Our unwillingness to sit in discomfort is the problem. It's just that now our tech provides a quick escape from discomfort. So if I'm sitting there for 10 seconds and I'm bored, well, now I have a distraction. And now I spend 30 minutes scrolling through the discomfort of like a minute. And that's not helpful. There's just so many options now. We don't have to sit in discomfort, but we need to we need to learn how to sit with discomfort if we're ever going to be able to hit flow or traction or whatever you want to call it. And number five, if there are boring tasks, helps be curious, ask the question, how can I make this fun or make a game out of it? Number six, it's important that we offer compassion to ourselves when we do get distracted instead of saying, you suck, you got distracted. Now I have shame and distraction, which makes it so much more uncomfortable, which makes it so much more likely for me to get more distraction. So instead, what I am going to start doing is saying, okay, I got distracted. Let me just shake that off and get back to it. And that's going to help a lot. Number seven, only 1/3 of Americans keep a daily schedule. And I need to be in that top third percent or third of the country. But I also need to ask myself, does my calendar reflect my values? So if you saw a screenshot of my calendar, would it reflect my values? If it doesn't, that's a problem. Number eight, having free time set aside in my schedule provides more freedom and helps me focus until that time is available. I can focus on my work today because I know that after dinner tonight, I get to watch the last half of the Bachelorette episode from this week. And so because of that, it allows me to focus. I'm not wondering, well, when am I going to be able to relax? I know it's there. And having that set aside allows me to rest so I can really be more present with my family or with my work. Number nine, it's worth taking an hour to set up your electronic devices. So external triggers that don't serve me, they're not a distraction anymore. My computer has almost no notifications that pop up. My phone doesn't beep. The only notifications I have on my phone are Facebook Messenger and text. And if I end up getting a lot of messages over the weekend, I'll actually turn that off so that I can stay a little focused. And it's one of the first things I do for my one-on-one clients is make sure their notifications are set up so that we can save like 5-10 hours a week that we didn't intend upon doing, right? Spending distracted. Number 10, make pre-commitments. A pre-commitment is when you remove a future choice to overcome impulsivity. We do this with our will or end of life directive because we know we'll be emotional in that time, and we can do this in other areas of our life. I was just doing a training on holiday selling, and I said one of the things that's really important is choose your vacation days now and let your family know what are the days you're going to take off and spend time with them. And that way you're not asking yourself, should I take today off or tomorrow off or whatever. Number 11, we can make pacts with ourselves and others to hold us accountable. There's a few different kinds of pacts. One is an identity pact. Like, I am a vegetarian means right now it's really, really easy to not get distracted by meat. If it is, this is what I do, I am this way, we will make choices that line up with that. Another type of pact is a price pact where you can tell someone, if I don't get this done by this date, I'm going to pay you money. And you don't want to use that one all the time, but if you really need to get focused, it's super effective as long as that money is a painful amount, but not so painful, puts you into analysis paralysis. One of the pacts that we do a lot is what's called an effort pact. And I highly recommend you do this with people on your team or do this as a member of the Emerge Surge, which is our coaching group, is get together with others where you're all working at the same time. So we will host what's called a phone jam where my business partner will hop on. She'll do the outreach that she needs to do as part of her role. and our Emerge Surge members will hop on all at the same time, and everyone will do outreach together. That's an effort pack. We're all going to get together. We're going to work hard. That really, really helps to have packs like that. And social media is one where I think it's easy not to do. And you can grab a friend and say, hey, let's just hop together over Zoom. Let's play some music. Let's just do this together at this time. And that's called an effort pack. It is super productive. And you can do that every single week as part of your schedule. And that way you're not going to let yourself off the hook for the things you need. Now, my most fun tip, this is the 12th tip, was the concentration crown. So I made one here. And when I wear this crown, it's time for me to concentrate. And this is something that we do to give our mind and our body triggers. It's time to concentrate, and also give the people around us, if we're working from home, like, hey, I need to concentrate. And so it doesn't have to be a balloon animal type concentration crown. You can order a tiara off Amazon, a baseball hat. You could put on your like t-shirt or jacket or a sign or something. But having some sort of physical representation of concentration will help you to move in and out of concentration and free time a lot better. It's also fun, which I think is good. I think that we need to have more fun right now, and we need to find ways to make work fun, and to add some levity and lightness to our days. When I think, like, just as I wrap up here, one of the biggest challenges with this concentration is it really comes down to just making a plan, a really, really simple plan of here's where I'm going with my business, and here's what I want to accomplish, and here's when I'm planning on doing it. And a lot of that stuff just gets put by the wayside, right? Because what's easy to do is also easy not to do. And this is one of the reasons that in the coaching group that I run, the Emerge Surge, the first week of every month we do what's called a planning party. And a planning party is cool. We have a bunch of people on, and we go through and we do a reflection, right? How do we do last month? What went well? What didn't go well? What adjustments do I want to make? What are my focuses for this next upcoming month? What does success look like? And just kind of check the boxes on some of the planning that needs to be done. And a lot of our clients say this is one of the best things that that they attend, and every month. And I want to make sure that you know that that is available to you, because accountability, I'm sure you've heard this theme go through this video today, is really, really important. And when we work from home, and technically we work for ourselves, it's so easy to just not do stuff and to let distraction take over. And so I want to make sure that you know that we actually have that built into our coaching program, the Emerge Surge. And if you would like to join the Emerge Surge and hang out with us and make a plan and become Indistractable, just look somewhere below this video or above this video, I guess, for a link to do that, and we will get you all sorted. If you're listening to the audio version, of course, just check the show notes and the link will be there. That's it for me today. I hope this was incredibly helpful for you. If you found it helpful for yourself, make sure to share it with your team members, with your friends who are in the industry. Heck, even people who are not in the industry would probably really benefit from being Indistractable. And I hope that this video or audio, I guess, was an encouragement to you, and that you have an awesome day. Bye.